We are running late here today, but we are ready to rock and roll here for a big day of rugby league as the Storm take on the Sharks here, guys. Hey, guys, how you going? So down BK Sport. We are live as the Melbourne Storm play host in Melbourne to the Cronulla Sharks. Now, because we are running a bit late, I'm going to have to run through these team lineups here and then give you the latter situation, because this, I believe, should be a belter. I think this game should be a belter for our Sunday afternoon. Actually, well, what is it for you? Yeah, it is afternoon. It's 2 p.m. 2 p.m. Sorry, in Thailand it's only 11 a.m. A bit of an earlier start here today. But guys, obviously hit that like button, subscribe if you're new around here, and let's get into these two team lineups in what, like I said, should be hopefully a belter of a game. Now, the Melbourne Storm, they come to this game from 3rd position. The Cronulla Sharks come to this game from 9th position. Crazy scammers, crazy. And this game is at Amy Park in Melbourne. Now, the ins for the Storm, Xavier Coates, with the outs being Jack Howarth. Fullback is Little Papi Ryan Babbenhausen, Little Mullet Man, with the wingers being Xavier Coates and Sualavi Faolongo. The centres are Grant Anderson and Nick Meaney, with the 5'8" being Cameron Munster and the halfback being Jerome Hughes. Front row forwards are Josh King and Nelson Asafa Solomona, with the number 9 being Harry Grant, who is the captain. Back row, Sean Bloor and Eliasa Katoa, and the 13 is Trent Loiero. You go to the interchange, Stefano Utuakamanu, Tyron Wishart, Alec McDonald, and Tui Kamikamitha, with the 18th man replacement being Bronson Garlick and Craig Bellamy as the coach. There's really not much that needs to be said about this Storm team. There's a reason why they're up there in the top 4, despite the fact that they are very inconsistent this season. They are still the team you've got to watch out for them the most. Like, the Raiders, to me, have played the best footy so far this season overall, but the Storm of the team that, despite the fact that they have been relatively inconsistent, they haven't been that inconsistent lately, except for the time when they did lose to the Cronulla Sharks, who they are taking on today. I think that was their last loss, actually, if I'm not mistaken. Let me quickly go have a look. They beat the Rabbitohs 25-24 last week. They beat the Cowboys 38-14. They beat the Titans, controversially, 28-16. And then, yeah, their last loss actually came back in round 11, which was against the Cronulla Sharks, 31-26. The game before that was when they beat the West Tigers 64-0. So, yeah, look, they've been inconsistent this season, but maybe not so much recently, because, again, they haven't lost since the 17th of May, and we are just about to get into July. Welcome to the Melbourne Storm. There's no way that anyone's going to be asking me for sympathy if they lose a game, that's for sure. But the Sharks, they're in Oregon Kafusi, and Oregon Kafusi is in, with the out being Hohepa Poru. The fullback is William Kennedy, with the wingers being Sione Katoa and Ronaldo Mortalo. Fortnite boy, he stopped playing Fortnite just for the day, just so we can play this game. Centers are Jesse Ramian and Sifadalakai. The 5'8" is Braden Trindle, the halfback Nico Hines, with the front row forwards being Adam Fanor Blake and Oregon Kafusi. The number 9 is Blake Brayley. The back row is Britt Nakora and Teague Wilson, with the 13 being Cameron McKinnis, who is the captain. And then the interchange is Jesse Colhoun, Toby Rudolph, Braden Hamlin-Ueli, and Billy Burns, with the 18th man replacement being Daniel Atkinson, and the coach is Craig Fitzgibbon. Look, what I always say to you guys every single damn well week, the Sharks and the Storm are out in the field here now. What I say to you guys every single week is that if you tip the Sharks, they will lose. If you tip against the Sharks, they will win. So, honestly, like, I really could see the Sharks winning this game as a surprise, but I'm just not going to do it. I'm going to tip Melbourne here in Melbourne. It's just too much of an arse, really, especially with the raucously poor form that the Sharks have been showing this season, but specifically in the last couple of weeks. You know, I can't pull myself to be tipping. the Cronulla Sharks here, especially in Melbourne. Like, yes, they did beat them a couple of weeks ago in Sydney, in Cronulla, but since they won that game against the Storm, the Sharks have lost 42-16 to the Roosters, who have all of their Origin players out. They lost 40-10 to the Warriors, who are in a bit of a slump right now. They beat the Dragons 30-18, but they were down 18-0 at halftime. They were able to come back from that one, and then they lost the Broncos last week when they were up 22-6 or something like that at halftime to lose the game 34-28. So yeah, this Sharks team's just quite literally all over the shop. I could definitely see a win today, but I will be tipping in the Melbourne Storm. And now quickly, in regards to ladder, they're both out in the field now. Storm, they're in 3rd position. The Warriors lost yesterday, so the Storm aren't going to be dropping out of the top 3. They will stay in 3rd because they're equal with the Warriors on 24 points, but the Warriors have a plus 11, whilst the Storm have a plus 172 on the points differential, so nothing's going to change there. If they win this game, however, they will stay in 3rd. So no matter what, they finish in 3rd this week. They can't reach the Bulldogs and the Raiders on 28, but they are coming. They are coming for that top spot, man, if they do win this game, because they will have the clear best points differential in the comp, just outside of the Dolphins, funnily enough. And and they will be just 2 points away from equal first, and honestly, first place with their points differential. Sharks, on the other hand, scammers, just absolute scammers. They are sitting in 10th position right now on 18 points, which is equal with the Dolphins, Manly, and the Dragons. They're on plus 20. The Dragons are minus 45. The Manly Seagulls are plus 40, and the Dolphins are plus 162, which is just insane. But the Sharks, if they lose this game, they're just simply not going to be dropping off. The Cowboys are on 15 points, so 3 points behind them, but they're on an uneven point system anyway with that draw from the Panthers. So the Sharks will finish in 10th position if they lose this game. If they win this game, however, they will jump back up into, they go above Manly, they go above the Dolphins, and they go above the Panthers. They go equal with the Roosters and the Broncos, but they will go above the Roosters with their plus 16. So the Sharks will go in 6th, and they'd have to win this game by about 50-odd points, 45 points to go above the Brisbane Broncos into 5th. But there you go, guys. The game has started. Melbourne Storm with the ball there at the 35. Obviously, hit that like button, subscribe, and let's crack on. Let's get into the chat. And let's do it. Maybe a record for most timeouts in a day. Oh no, what's happened? What? We've been here for 2 seconds. We've been here for 2 seconds and we're what's happened? So the Sharks now, Will Kennedy, he'll grab it and he'll bring it out here from the 5. Olivia says they never learn. Oh, what did he say? Storm with an S, did he? TikTok boy. What? So second tackle now for Cronulla. They will get this ball out to the 22 or so. Look, the Sharks just need to start proving themselves, man. Like, again, everyone's predicted them to have a really, really good season. Everyone's predicted them to be, fired up and be up the top end of the table. But it just hasn't happened for them so far. It just hasn't happened for them. And there's a long way to go to be proving themselves as a real competitive team. Despite the fact that if they win this game, they do go up to 6th and potentially even 5th. It just won't really show in an insane amount because this season still has happened, even if they were to get the double over the Storm, which I just doubt will happen. But the Sharks here at 5th tackle at the 33, and Nico Hines, he needs to have a big game tonight. He'll kick this one down to Xavier Coates at the 20. Oh, let me live up. Oh no, the score is updated. Beautiful. There you go. Blake says, I've remembered for 46 months. Gee whiz, 46 months. Mate, you are flying, mate. You are flying. Got little Mullerman captain, hat-trick and coming. Yeah, well, the Sharks' defense has been dreadful this year. It really has been. Last year, they were the best defense in the league, nearly, with the Dogs, or second best or third best with the Dogs and the Panthers. But, yeah, it's just been, it's just destruction. It really has just been destruction. Munster gives it off now to Sean Blore, and Blore is going to be 40 metres out here from the line on 5th tackle. Harry Grant to Cameron Munster. And Munster puts that one up where it should be an easy grab. Well, not an easy grab, but Will Kennedy does get it. They're still trying to claim an escort, but it's not going to happen. But yeah, look, I can see that a little Mulletman could definitely have a big game here today. You look at the defense and the Sharks, they've given up 340 points so far this season through 15 games, which is worse off than literally every other team in the top 8. Well, they're not in the top 8, but worse off than the 9 teams above them. And worse off than the Knights, who are in 13th position. So yeah, they're literally in 10th or so for their 10th or 11th for defense this season, which is it's really surprising considering how good their defense was last year. Mitchell says Melbourne's game plan should be just to pass the Blore and get out of his way. Yeah, I don't know if that's gonna be the case. Longo nearly goes over the sideline there. But he brings his ball now out to the 40, first tackle. Yeah, not too sure Sean Blore is the main target man here today, Mitchell. I'm not too sure about that one. But, wow, he went really close there. I'm surprised he didn't just let that go over the sideline. Second tackle now for the Storm at the 42. But the Sharks usually play pretty well against Melbourne. They usually have a pretty good record against them. It's like they get up for this game, which isn't really a surprise considering the... One, they had a bit of a rivalry in the mid-2010s, late 2010s. And also, secondly, everyone tries to play up the Storm because they're usually the best team in the comp. So, chips one down into the 5, and Will Kennedy is going to get away. Oh, no, Harry Grant did trip him up, and he'll be taken down 5 metres out. Oh, I've got to go to live chat. Hold on. I've got to get live chat going here. There we go. Second tackle now for Cronulla, and they will be 10 metres out from their own line. I really hope it's going to be a banging game. I really hope it's going to be a banging game. Please don't disappoint again, Cronulla. I don't know if I can deal with it. I don't know if I can deal with it anymore. Beautiful day here in Waihin, though. Beautiful day. So Sharks here, 4th tackle. They'll get this ball to the 25 through Adam Fanor Blake, who I don't think has Look, he's been very solid, but I don't think he's been as influential as I thought he was going to be so far this season. So fifth tackle now for the Sharks at the 35. Ceci Vitalica was not a great set there at all, and Braden Trindle will kick this one down into who is that over there? Oh, that's Pappenhausen. He's out there on the wing, and Xavier Coates was playing basically fullback. That was odd. That was odd. Has anyone, let me know in the chat, has anyone actually had the balls to go and tip Cronulla Sharks today? All right. Second tackle now at the 35. And Harry Grant. Oh, sorry, guys. One sec. Third tackle now for the Storm at the 45. And Harry Grant, it will go out to Trent Loiero. Loiero at the back into Munster. Munster to Pappenhausen. Pappenhausen, here they go, down the left-hand side. Oh, good trip up. That was a good tackle there from Jesse Raymond. Otherwise, Grant Anderson was away. He's obviously off to the Broncos next year too. Mitchell says, I'll answer that after the game. Oh, thank you. Oh, thank you, Mitchell, for answering the question that I have about this game after the game. Yes, no, that's really fantastic stuff there. You know what? I'm not making a prediction for the rest of the... Oh, the Storm are away, and that's an easy try for Elias Katoa. And Cronulla, welcome back. And Cronulla, welcome back. Welcome back, Shaggy Sharks. This is... I see what's happening. I see what's coming. I see what's coming. That defense was absolutely... dreadful. So Elias Katoa will get a beautiful ball there from Jerome Hughes, and yikes. Yikes. Oh, Cronulla. Samuel says, top four favourites in order to win the comp. For mine, my personal perspective, I will say I do have the Raiders right this very second as one. I would have the Storm as second. I would have probably the Bulldogs in third, but you could argue the Panthers in third too. I think 3 and 4 is a switch up between the Dogs and the Panthers. It just comes back to how much you believe the Panthers are back at the moment. Do you believe that they are back, or do you believe they're just kind of in this point of the season where they've got some red hot form and they don't go on to win the competition later on? I don't think they're going to win the competition, but based on their form, I am looking at them probably being top 3, if not obviously 4th. And then that doesn't mean that I think they're going to win the competition. It just means that I'm pretty confident this Panthers team is going to go on a bit of a roll at the moment. But I will say that based off the season so far, Canberra Rays have been really solid. I am a little bit concerned about them going into the finals, however, but I feel like they're in a bit of a slump right now, and yet they're still winning games. So that's a good sign. Blake Harless says, I'm in a tipping comp that you get rewarded based off of odds, so I was tempted by the Sharks, but Storm too good. Yeah, Sundo tells us about this all the time. I think that's a really cool way to do tipping, actually, rather than just the really basic way of this team wins, simple as that. I think you should be able to benefit from tipping a significant underdog. So I actually do really like leagues like that. Mitchell says Storm 65-0. Don't know is 65-0's coming. 64-0 is the highest score so far this season, Mitchell. I'm sure you're aware of that. If the Sharks lost this game 64-0, it's time to relocate. It's time to relocate. Ibrahim says, can we just get rid of the Sharks on the ladder? Well, I actually have to update this ladder. This ladder isn't updated as we currently speak, and the Sharks are in 10th position. They're nearly off the ladder. I'll update it at halftime. All right, Jerome Hughes gets that ball at the 5, and then Josh King, he'll get it out to the 15 on first tackle, 8 minutes in. When David Fafita leaves, how would you use that money? Who would you get? Oh, damn, Titans questions already. Second tackle now for the Storm at the 22. Man, honestly, I don't know with the Gold Coast, man. I don't know what their plans are right now. I couldn't have a clue in regards to what their future plans are. Harry Grant at the 30 to the 35 for Munster. He'll be on 4 tackle. And it's the most difficult question that I could ask you on this channel in regards to like player signings and whatnot, because one, it's a lot more complex than just saying, oh, we'll just go out and buy this guy. But also, secondly, I can't see the off contracts. I would need to look at the off contracts and whatnot. But you can definitely tell that a clean out is coming at the Gold Coast Titans, and if it isn't, then there's another problem in itself. So Will Candy will pick this ball up here at the 15 and get taken down at the 20. The Sharks' attack this season, what are they looking at? So 360 points on attack so far this season. It is better than the Bulldogs, it is better than the Warriors, and it is better than the Roosters, and also the Panthers above them. And better than Manly. Oh no, Sharks, they've knocked the ball on. They've knocked the ball on Cronulla, so the Storm are going to get the ball. Oh, no, they're going to challenge this. They are going to challenge it here, the Sharks. Otherwise, the Storm will get the ball at 20. So 360 points. Like, they are probably sitting roughly sixth or seventh or so for attack so far this season. So it's not awful, but, you know, again, you would have expected more. This is two in the tackle. Has he actually lost the ball here? I don't think he loses the ball. I don't actually know if he actually loses this ball. I think this might be a successful challenge. So Munster's hand is on the ball, but, like, does he actually lose it? He does pull his hand off the ball, maybe. So, yeah, they might say this is a penalty to the Sharks. He's only playing at the hand. I can't actually see him lose the ball, but they're going to give a penalty here to Cronulla. Yeah, challenge successful. Oh, wait, unsuccessful. Well, really? What? It just came up with challenge unsuccessful. Yeah, well, I didn't even see him lose the ball, to be fair. Mitchell says, I don't remember a team scoring 64 this season. 65 was just the most random number I could think of. Yeah, wow. So Storm are going to have the ball here at the 20. Maybe my brain's just not working at the moment. Maybe. Potentially. I'm in Thailand. It makes sense for my brain not to be working. Oh, man, I'm so excited for this. Please don't ruin it. But I just got back from the F1 movie. I actually quite enjoyed it. It reminded me of Gran Turismo and Ford vs. Ferrari. Oh, they get the offload away here, the Storm, at the 20. I think they're saying it came loose. But it was, if anything, he was just playing at the hand there, Munster. So it's like, well, I don't think that's just... I think that if that was a lost ball, which I didn't necessarily believe, if that was a lost ball, I would have argued that Munster was grabbing it out, or was grabbing his arm off it to kind of force that. And there was two in the tackle. Second tackle now for the Storm. They're 5 minutes out. 30 minutes to go the first half. Hit that like button and subscribe. But yeah, look, I think F1, I'm super excited for. I'm going to go watch it either, probably tomorrow. I'll go watch it when there's no games on. But it does look mad. Third tackle here, Jerome Hughes, short ball, Elias Katoa, and he will knock that ball into tomorrow. I won't ruin it. You enjoy it in your own time. Yeah, no, I have to say that because otherwise people do that. They would do that here. You know what I'm saying? From the trailer, look like Fast and Furious. Well, no, I don't think it's anything like Fast and Furious. I think it's just one. I don't know. I don't even know how to explain it, but I wouldn't say it looks anything anything like Fast and Furious. But I think you can remember, Mitchell. I think you can remember. To be fair, I didn't stream that Storm versus Tigers game, so maybe it didn't happen. Maybe I am just imagining things. That is a possibility. That is a very big possibility. So Sione Katoa now, and he's going to bring this ball out to the 20 on second tackle. Brendan says, hey, mate, your voice sounds a bit rusty today. Big night last night. No, never. No, never, mate. No, went to bed super early. Third tackle now at the 25. Went to bed super damn well early, and you know, just read a book. Just read a book. Braden Trindle. Oh, for gosh sake, Cronulla, it's a knock on. Oh, we're back. Oh, guys, we're back watching. I don't have expectations for this team anymore. I really don't. I don't have expectations for this team anymore. That's right, no stream equals didn't happen. Yeah, arguably. He needs more cue coming for the eyes. No, really good book. I read the F1 book last night. Read the F1 book. So third tackle, and they're 15 metres out. Harry Grant goes out to the right-hand side, off to Trent Loiero, then to Big Nelson to Safa Solomona, and he'll be 11 metres away here from the line. If they concede here, it's just going to get ugly. It will just get ugly. Munster, Sean Bloor, and Xavier Coates nearly gets away, but the pass wasn't too great, and we fit tackle 5 metres away from the line. They give it out to Cameron Munster. Munster kicks this ball across into a good area. Storm touch it, and it goes backwards. Oh, they're going to have space. They're going to have space here. Pappenhausen, he cuts back to the left. He kicks it through. This is going to end up being a dropout. Oh, my gosh. Luckily, it ended up being a dropout, but they made an absolute meal of it. Jules says, what's the fraud alert about? Which team are you talking about? Which team are you asking about? Because I can explain it. I can explain it for every single one. And if you ask me about shark scammers, then I'm sorry. But it's ridiculous that you don't know why they're scammers. Because they are. They are the epitome of scam. And they have proven that every single second of this game today as well. So Storm will get the short dropout at the 20. It'll be first tackle. But which team are you confused about in regards to the fraud alert? Ibrahim says probably a Warriors fan. There's no way you could even debate the Warriors being on fraud alert right now. There's no way. Harry Grant, Jerome Hughes, and then Josh King, and he's going to be 8 metres away from the line, third tackle. And roll it back here to Harry Grant. He gives it off here to Jerome Hughes. Out a short ball, Sean Bloor. Oh, he was close. He was close. 4th tackle now, 2 metres out. Harry Grant. And this is all over the shop. Hits Grassy McGrath. Jerome Hughes gives it out to... Oh, no. Pappenhausen breaks through. Then 8 metres out. Ace says, I have a stupid ad. Well, there you go. So Jerome Hughes, was it a Telstra one? Munster, Sean Bloor, and... Oh, this is 6 again. Wow. Okay, so 0 tackle now, first tackle, 5 metres away from the line. Munster gives it out to Harry Grant. Harry Grant, Trent Loiero, and Josh King. He'll be 11 metres out. Well, this is at least decent enough defence in this these couple of sets here. Harry Grant, he'll get to Jerome Hughes. Hughes steps. Hughes goes back to the inside, kicks it through for Pappenhausen, and it's going to probably be... No, Mulatalo might get out here. No, he will not. It will be a dropout. It'll be a dropout coming up. Teddy Tyrock says, how are you? Oh, mate, I'm flying. I'm flying. As Brenton just said, I'm flying right now. Like, I've never been more flying in my life. Never been more flying in my life. Blake Harris says, what grand final do you think would get the most hype if it was to happen? Dogs-wise? Yes. By far. That would be the best possible opportunity for the NRL to capitalise on viewership. Because you'd get all the islands, you'd get obviously the east coast of Australia, and you would also get a lot of Americans as well. Not as much as people, I think, when I say a lot, I'm not talking about millions, but I'm saying that Americans have been getting a lot more around it. I can see it through my streams, I can see the analytics of my streams, and there have been a lot of American viewers coming through, so I think that would definitely create a lot more hype. But if it's Storm vs Panthers again, I'm giving up. Second tackle, Munster, Sean Bloor, and it's going to be third. No, he gets the offload away. Grassy McGrath gets into the play. He's had himself a mischief. Oh no, what's he done? Oh no. Oh no, he has. He's put Storm with an S at the end of it. There is one S in Storm. You are correct there, but there is not 2 S's in Storm. You are incorrect there. 4th tackle now for Melbourne. They give it to Munster, who nearly drops it. And Munster just takes the tackle at the 9. That was really strange. Now 5th tackle. Roll back to Harry Grant, then Jerome Hughes. Jerome Hughes kicks that ball into a decent area, but no, it's an awful kick in the end. Awful kick in the end. Oh, Jay's off the English today. And Mulatalo, he's going to run this one quickly up to the 35 on 0 tackle. Blake Harder says, people will be pissed if it's Panthers Storm again. Well, it's not even that, like, again, I respect the success, right? I respect the success of the Panthers and I respect the success of the Storm. But it's just the worst thing for the game if that was to happen. It really is. It's the worst thing for the game. And yes, whoever wins it would be the deserving winner of the season, but it would just be so disappointing to see those same 2 teams in the grand final, because it would just it would make it seem like it's if we have seen the same winner 4 times in a row in the Panthers, and the last one to win outside that was the Storm in 2020, and they beat the Panthers in the grand final. It would just be the worst product. I'm sure it'd be a great game. I'm sure it would be, but you do need to. It just needs a bit of it freshen, man. Doesn't matter who wins. Honestly, I'd take the Broncos over them, and I'm not a fan of the Broncos. Trent will kick that ball into the corner. I think that's just going to be knocked back, and it will be Elliott Katoa at the 2. First tackle. Like, I would take the Broncos winning the comp this year over one of those 2 teams, just because we just need to see somebody different win it. You know, that's why the NBA has been so great recently, because you've seen 7 different teams win in 7 straight years in the NBA. The Premier League, we all kind of talk shit about because there's always the same kind of winners, whether it be Man City or whether it be Liverpool or back in the day Man United. Chelsea were a bit of a change up. 2040 attempt here from Jerome Hughes, but really nice work there from Sione Katoa, who read that one nicely, and now the Sharks will have a good attacking opportunity. They've had to defend a lot so far. They're only down 6-0. Like, it was a great try for Alex Katoa, but the Storm haven't done as much with the ball as you would expect, considering how much ball they've had. All right, second tackle now at the 45. Territory so far has been 76% territory in favour of the Melbourne Storm. So if Cronulla can score here, it'll send a big message, and that's going to be a penalty as well. Penalty to the Sharks, so they're going to be inside the attacking 20 after this. Bretton says, Bellyache just needs to retire so some other teams can have some success. Well, the Storm haven't won the grand final in 5 years. They won in 2020. You know, I found it fascinating that the Storm have never won back-to-back premierships. They've never won 2 in a row. Which, considering their ultimate success of the club, I'm super surprised that they haven't been able to win 2. Because they debatably won in 07 and 09. Well, I'm not going to say debatably. Oh, it's a knock-on by the Sharks. Oh, dude. And they blew their challenge early, so they definitely don't have a challenge. It doesn't matter anyway. It doesn't matter anyway. All right, I've got to quickly update this ladder because I've got to put the Dolphins. I think they're into 7th or something like that. There was a little sneaky foot there. All right, so Manly, I could nearly leave you on scan, but I won't. I'll move this one down here like this. And I've got to definitely take the Dolphins off fraud alert with their form besides that night's game. Manly, you are still on fraud alert. You can't even think about debating that. And there we go. And the Warriors will go right there. Anyone else? Broncos, no. Roosters, no. No. Okay, so that ladder is all done and dusted now. So it's going to be Storm ball here at the 30 on third tackle. Mitchell says, what a poverty franchise is Storm. I imagine not winning 2 in a row. Yeah, disrespectful to the comp, in my opinion. Kick him out. I reckon kick him out at this point. Fourth tackle here at the 40. Yeah, crazy that team with their quality players didn't go back-to-back. Yeah, well, it's like the Roosters did it in... No, yeah, they did. 2018, 2019. The Panthers have obviously won 4 years in a row. I don't think anybody else has, but it's like not everybody else has the same kind of success that the Melbourne Storm have had. The Sharks now at the 40, and it's like even if you do include those 2 stupid premierships where they cheated in 2007 and 09, that's still separated in between by a 14-0 flogging in a grand final by the Manly Seagulls. I would argue that that's such an underrated... Like, everyone knows about the 40-0 performance in the grand final by Manly. Third tackle for the Sharks at the 30. Everyone knows about it. But I think it's super underrated in regards to how big time that actually was. Because it not only was 40-0 in the grand final against the Cameron Smith, Billy Slater, Kipper Cronk, Greg Inglis team. But again, they were super over the cap. Like, they were well and truly over the salary cap. So to beat them 40-0, and they were well over the salary cap, they'd won... Or they win a premiership on either side in 2007 and 09. Like, that is just... It's monumental for Manly in 2008. So first tackle for the Storm at the 20. 20 minutes gone here, the first half. 20 minutes to go. Hit that like button and subscribe. Get around it. 13 from 14 completions for the Storm. 6 from 9 for the Sharks. 3 knock-ons in the first 20 minutes. That's beautiful stuff there, Cronulla. Beautiful. Grass McGrath having a field day here. Grass McGrath having an absolute damn well field day. And now Munster, he'll get this ball to the 43 on 4 tackle. Now Harry Grant, they go right-hand side, and it'll be at the 35 through Stefano Utuakamanu, who was starting, but he did get put to the bench today. Jerome Hughes kicks it up. Decent enough crowd there in Melbourne. Would you rather go back-to-back or win 3 comps in 5 years? I'm taking 3 over 2. I'm taking 3 comps over 2. Surely you knew the answer to that one. Like, back to back, it's great. Like, it's great, but like I'm still taking 3 over 2. So third tackle now. Surely you knew what the answer to that was going to be. That's like asking if you want salad or steak for dinner. Fourth tackle at the 12. They have made no meters here, Sharks. Their average set distance is going to be dreadful right now. And it's going to be a penalty here to Cronulla. They're very lucky because that would have been fifth tackle at their own 20. Would have been fifth tackle at their own 20, but now they do get a penalty. Not that impressed with Ashley Klein. It was very clearly a high tackle from Trent Loiero. Why wouldn't you agree with that? Obviously the salad. Yeah, obviously the salad, mate, but we don't make friends with salad. Salad, we do not make friends. Alright, so Sione Katoa will have this ball at the 40. And Britton Nakora brings it out here to the 45 on first tackle. That was the biggest get out of jail free card. That was to get out of the 20 off a penalty on fifth tackle from that high tackle from Trent Loiero. That is the biggest get out of jail free. All right, 40 metres away. The second tackle. Blake Brayley with a great run here. Gets this ball to 25. Fantastic run. I think Blake Brayley's had a really good couple of games, despite the fact that they have lost. Nico Hines to Oregon Kafusi. And Kafusi, great post contact at the 15. 4 tackle. And now they go out to the right. McInnes, Nico Hines. Oh, Nico needs such a good game after last week. He was I don't usually look to point at players, but Nico Hines was kind of the reason they lost last week. Trindle out to Will Kennedy. Kennedy, good pass, and that's a try time for the show. Oh, no, it's not, because it's a knock-on as per usual. Oh, Mulatalo and Pappenhausen having a little bit of a crack at each other, but this is going to be a knock-on by the Sharks. Knock-on by the Sharks. This is a really good attacking play. Does Pappenhausen touch this in between? No, far longer does not. It's just a knock-on. That was an easy try as well. Like, if you just have to, if you get that pass, I don't understand how they haven't scored that, to be fair, but they do knock it on. Dude, Mulatalo's always into it, eh? He's just always into it. Jimmy Ma says, do you ever get sick of the Storm always winning? Again, respect success, man, but I think for the benefit and for the, I think for the benefit of the competition, benefit of the product and the business of the NRL and viewership, I do think that we need to see someone else. No, it was touched there by Farlongo, so it's Sharks ball here. 5 metres out, first tackle. First tackle, and it's Talakai. That should be 6 again, even though it's first tackle anyway. And they give it out to Adam Fanor Blake. Short ball, Oren Kafusi, and he's going to be 2 metres out even the line. Second tackle. 6 again, Blake Brayley underneath to Adam Fanor Blake. He tries to roll straight through, but it's going to be first tackle, 2 metres away from the line. Gives it out to Nico Hines. Hines to Will Candy. They've got numbers, but good defense from Melbourne. Very good defense. And Jesse Raymond will be taken down 10 metres out, second tackle. There might be a high tackle coming up here because Jesse Raymond's getting up a little bit worse for wear. Very slow to get up. Spider makes the Storm the one to beat. No, the Raiders are the ones to beat right now. But and the Raiders, they did beat the Storm. The Raiders beat the Storm as well. No, I think that the Storm, I'd probably say second. Talakai, that's another knock on here for the Storm as they prevent another try down the left-hand side. Farlongo is actually stopping a couple of tries on this wing. It's like, you take the knock on. You take the knock on. You don't mind about that. Bretton says, asking if you would prefer 2 or 3 is like asking a ladyboy if you want... Okay. Okay. We're back again, are we, Brenton? We're back again. So we've had a ladyboy comment. Like, how long you reckon before we get someone talking about ping pong? How long you reckon? Not long. Not long is my answer. It's definitely not long. So yeah, you do get sick of the Storm winning, but it's not on the basis of it being the Melbourne Storm for mine. It's on the basis that I want a better product of the game where there's more teams winning. So, but it's not like they don't deserve it if they do it. 6 again now for Cronulla. A warning definitely should be coming up very soon. Adam Fanor Blake, he'll be 3 metres out from the line, first tackle. This is have to score now. Yeah, absolutely. Well, to be fair, they've had like next to no ball for the most part. Trindle will be 1 metre out from the line, second tackle. They've had next to no ball for the most part, and yet there's a penalty here. You've got to start warning Ashley Klein. They've given away a lot of 6 agains. They give away a penalty here. But the Sharks have had next to no ball, and yet they're only down 6-0, and they're the ones in the attacking 20 right now, or attacking 10. Jay says, someone say ping pong, shut up and take my money. Oh my gosh. Give me to Vietnam. Give me Vietnam. First tackle here, 5 metres away. Adam Fanor Blake. He's going to be, Oren Kafusi. He's going to be 2 metres away. He's still pushing. Still pushing. He'll be 2 metres out. Second tackle now for the Sharks. Blake Brayley doesn't go short. Gives it out to Trindle. Trindle. And the Storm are going to score. Oh my gosh. Oh, Cronulla, you really get me going, eh? Cronulla, you get me going. Oh my gosh, Cronulla. Oh my gosh, dude. Cronulla, you get me going, and not in a good way. Farlongo will score with an intercept, and that was just... Oh, Sharks. Oh, Sharks. Oh, Shaggy Sharks. What are you doing? What are you doing, man? And unfortunately for the Sharks, Hines has actually been the one to pass that ball. Trindle off to Nico Hines, and then he just tries to tip the ball over the top. Man, Hines, that's not good, dude, especially after last week. I'm so like Sharks, you've got to take him out of the 7. You have to take him out of the 7 at this point, dude. Like, he has to be in the team, but you've got to take him out of the 7 at this point. He's at a point now where he needs to try too hard, and it's very easy to make mistakes when you're trying too hard. Jason, bet you wish you weren't as hungover, huh? Mate, I'm living. I'm living, Barry. I am living, Barry. Olivia says ping pong is my favourite Olympic sport. I don't think your favourite Olympic sport is the ping pong that is being referred to here. I don't think if that's an Olympic sport, then this society's gone. This society is gone. Blake says, I want to see Hines stop being nice and get in people's faces. Fire up, Hines. Yeah, well, as you say that, Blake, he definitely got in someone's face, and that was Farlonga's face with the ball. He passed it straight to him for an intercept to run 90 metres. Korea, 82% kicker here for Pappenhausen. Surprised Farlonga didn't come inside a little bit more there to make it an easier kick here for little man. Wow, beautiful day in Melbourne. All right, so Pappenhausen to go for the conversion to make it 12-0, and he, wow, hit the post and comes back. Looked like it was missing, and then it was curling back around, hits the post and comes back. Just Lift says, good evening from Oakland, California. See, I was telling you guys, if you people over there in America are watching, I've been seeing on the analytics. Did you catch the Cubs put the belt to the A's on them Astros? Put belt to A's on the Astros. I had Cubs money line. I haven't actually seen the score from today for the Cubs, but that's great to hear because the Chicago Cubs, we've been killing it this season. We've been absolutely crushing it. Except for a little bit of that St. Louis series, but we still ended up making it 2-2. Yeah, 12-3. Damn. 7-run fourth inning. That's insane. Yeah, Cubs are on 5 this year. Jack Kirkland says, Grant Anderson coming to Brisbane, how good? Grant Anderson's fine. He's fine. Sure? Jimmy Mars, okay. Jimmy Mars says, this whole quickly bat the ball as soon as you touch it is such silly play. You shouldn't have to do that, and look what happens. Well, yeah, he's up in the line there, and he's just trying. I feel for him because he is at a point now where he has to try too hard. And when you try too hard, the errors are going to come. But it's like he just had to take the tackle there. He just needed to get hit. It was, second tackle. The Storm have given away 6 agains and penalties. A warning was definitely there, or a sin bin was coming. You just have to just play simple footy at this point, man. The Sharks, overall, do just need to play simple footy. Oh, they've kicked the ball through, and the Storm will grab the ball at the 30. Fit tackle. It was a good little ding through. They give it out to Munster. Munster kicks this ball over the top, but the Sharks will get it in Sione Katoa. And it's brutal because the Sharks defensively haven't actually been too bad for the most part in this game today, except for that obviously intercept. And that's going to be a penalty from the Storm there. So the Sharks will get themselves out of trouble again, out of their own 10. 10 minutes to go in the first half, guys. Hit that thumbs up button and subscribe if you're new around here. Just Lifts is definitely a demographic in the States watching rugby league. For sure, Polynesians watching. Oh, no, absolutely. Absolutely. I know it's not like a big time thing or anything, but with YouTube, I see my analytics, and most of my analytics right now are coming from Papua New Guinea, to be honest with you, and Australia/New Zealand. But they're a bit of a random country that we're seeing quite a lot of viewers from is actually Sweden. Sweden, which I never really would have expected, unless they're like Aussie expats and whatnot. But yeah, America's definitely rising on it comparatively to previous years. Olivia Reed says, are you actually, just Lift, are you American or are you an Australian living in California? Olivia Reed says, Kafusi has the best mullet for sure. Ibrahim says, give me your top 3 best mullets in the NRL. Firstly, no, Kafusi does not have the best mullet because there's a man named Tino Fasuamui. Tino Fasuamui, as Mr. Blocker would say. Alright, so Storm ball here at the 3. They give it out to Farlonga, and now it'll be second tackle at the 10. Farlonga's actually played a pretty good game today. Tino Fasuamui, as Blocker would say, would be number 1. And then you would have to have little puppy Ryan Pappenhausen. And then number 3. I reckon it's a nearly a knock on. Did he get it? No, he still got it. So it's 4th tackle at the 15. Who'll be number 3? Brent Neslick says, not sure about Grant Anderson outside of the Storm system. Yeah, I don't disagree with you there at all. Petrus says, watching from Gujarat in India. Storm is my lifetime team. Oh, cool, man. 2 months ago, I was in Udaipur. which I know is not where you are, but it's close enough. Close enough to Gujarat. I was in Udaipur and Delhi and Jaipur and Agra. I was there for a couple of months. Second tackle now at 42, but good to see you watching all the way from Gujarat, man. Number 3 is Yo. Isaiah Yo, is he? Is Isaiah Yo number 3 for top 3 mullets in the game, is he? Is that right, Blake? Isaiah Yo is who we reckon. Isaiah Yo. You need help. Mark Nichols got to be up there. Okay. You know, if Mark Nichols up there, let's just add Will Candy to the mix. Nico Hines out to Britton Nakora. It's going to be fifth tackle here at the 30. Just says, I'm American, born Samoan, played rugby union many years ago, picked up footy for my family, visited the States from Sydney in 2006. So good stuff. Well, the timing's not usually that. Oh, California's not too bad, actually. Talakai gets the offload. No, it's going to be fifth tackle, and Storm will get the ball at 12. The timing wouldn't be too bad for California. Compared, like when I was living in Chicago, the times for games, I was watching my team win the Wooden Spoon in 2019 at like 3 in the morning, 2 in the morning, kind of shit. That was the. I would go to a Cubbies game. I'd go watch the Cubs at Wrigley, and then I'd come home, and the Titans game would start at like 1 a.m. in the morning, 1:30 in the morning, and that was the year that we came last. So it wasn't fun getting up, staying up, and getting up at ridiculous times to watch my team lose. But what's the change? What's the difference? What's the difference between 2019 and this year? Luckily, this year, at least I'm in Thailand or India, where the timing's not too bad. But Chicago was dreadful. So Jerome Hughes will be fifth tackle at 45. Petra says, go to Melbourne Storm. Good stuff, man. Blake says, maybe even a Dill Edwards. Now, Fletcher Sharp. Okay, Brenton, I've got to say number 3, Fletcher Sharp. I've got to do it. You can't go past Tino Fasuamui. And you can't go past Little Mullum Puppy, because his name is literally Little Mullum Puppy. But then, yeah, I would go to Fletcher Sharp, and that'll make Dad's mate proud too. Second tackle now at the 20. 7 minutes to go here in the first half. It's still only 10-0, man. But the Sharks just haven't been good enough again. So Toby Rudolph, he'll be 30 metres away, third tackle. At halftime, I'm going to give my face a bit of a wash as well inside. So I'll go through the stats and then I'll be back. Fourth tackle here for the Sharks at the 40, and they give it to Nico Hines. Nearly a forward pass, but they called it fine. And Britton Nakora will be at the 40 on fifth tackle. Yeah, my cousins were here for 3 months just watching Bulldogs games in the middle of the night on my brother's old black cable box. Oh, damn, and the Dogs weren't good back then. They were, oh, here we go. The Sharks are going to score. No, the Sharks are going to score. Braden Trindle out of nowhere. That's literally just come quite literally out of nowhere. That has quite literally just come out of nowhere. Oh, thank you for letting me know to refresh the score. Jay Hayes is slacking. Mr. Jay Hayes is slacking, but it is 10-4 here to the Storm. The Sharks will score, and it's right next to the post too, so it's about to be 10-6. Look at Dill Pickle's boyfriend, man. Beautiful. Beautiful mullet. But Nico Hines just boots that ball up into the air. It'll be 10 metres out. They let it bounce. That's not good from far longer. He needs to go for the grab there. And then Braden Trindle. Braden Trindle will score. So, again, considering how, poor the Sharks have been, the Storm have also made a lot of errors in this game. And that's why it's still super close. Still super close. Yeah, shit, back 2019, the Dogs definitely were not great, but it was even worse in 2020 and 2021. Even 2022 as well. Where did the Bulldogs come in 2022? Because I know 2020... No. Yeah, because they won the Spoon in 2021. They came second last in 2020. But that was only because they beat the Broncos in like the second last game of the season to give the Broncos the Spoon. And then, 2022 and 2023, they were still quite poor, weren't they? 2024, obviously, was when they had their really good year with Cameron Ciraldo, and then this year they're doing as well as they are. So, Nico Hines will get the kick. Someone must have told Trindle he could have... Oh, no, I'm not reading that comment out. You're a Muppet. You are a Muppet. You are an actual Muppet for saying that. Jeez, I'm so glad that when I read comments out, like a lot of the time, I will kind of see what's being said first, and then I will read halfway, and then my brain will click on what I read before, and then I just stop. For gosh sake, man. Alright, so the Storm to kick this ball off. If the Sharks can find a way to lead at half time, that'll be impressive. But the Storm have not been fantastic themselves. And that's the thing I keep saying about this comp this year. It's so exciting. It's so close. It's really good and entertaining football to watch in regards to how close and tight the competition is. However, I don't think that the actual... I don't think the quality of the teams is actually at an all-time high. I think the Raiders are showing some really solid quality, but they've still got errors in them. And that's why they beat the Tigers and they beat the Knights, but kind of struggled their way through it. The Bulldogs definitely have mistakes in them. There's just so many teams. Every single team right now you can look at and say, well, are they kind of there yet? So the Sharks, they on fit tackle, kick this one to little puppy Ryan Poppenhausen. He'll be taken out to 15. Mitchell Vella says, what NRL team has been the biggest disappointment this year? The team that has scam on their name, on the ladder, righty. The scam on the ladder. So there's going to be a penalty here to the Melbourne Storm. Penalty here to the Melbourne Storm. Olivia says there's actually quite a few people there. Yeah, there's quite a few people at the game here today. Oh, Ibrahim, you've done yourself a massive mischief there, mate. You've done yourself a massive, massive mischief there, buddy. Deary me. Storm only has one S in it. Just the one. Just the one S, mate. We'll see you soon. We'll see you back here in a bit. Go enjoy your coffee quickly. Blake says the Penrith Dogs game was probably the best quality game we've seen this year, at least defensively. No, that was the best game we've seen this year. And it was followed up by the worst game we've seen this year in Manly versus Tigers the next day. But no, Penrith versus the Dogs was incredible footy. So Harry Grant to Jerome Hughes, Ryan Pappenhausen, and Pappenhausen will be taken out to 45. Trent Loiero is trying to claim he was taken off the ball there. He's kind of the one who made the contact. Mitchell says people go to Storm games. As long as Collingwood aren't playing. Actually, who is playing in Melbourne today? Who is that game wouldn't start till 4 o'clock or so I guess you can just walk across. Richmond play Adelaide, yeah. So I don't think that many people care too much about that one. Fit tackle, Adelaide should kill them. They get tricked into thinking it's an AFL game. Yep, that's a good point. But the Sharks here will get the ball at the 10. Sione Katoa off to Monotalo, Fortnite boy, and he'll be taken down to the 20. I hope you guys are super excited for all the Rugby League Live content that Mulitalo is going to start pumping out. It's coming. It is coming, but that one makes sense. But no, that Storm Dogs game, that really kicked the weekend off on a high. The Broncos Warriors was, there's a lot of errors. Sharks here, that's forward pass. Oh my gosh, Cronulla, man. Forward pass there for the Sharks just as they were about to find an absolute breakaway. Minute 44 to go here in the first half, and it'll be Storm with one last opportunity in this first half. Apparently it looks like GTA 3, poo graphics. Yeah, but like, what do you kind of expect, man? Like, what do you expect? People don't realize, everyone always talks about like, oh, I want EA, or I want these like big time companies to do the game, like your FIFAs, like your Maddens and all the American sporting games effectively. People don't realize the market's not there for it. So those sports are watched worldwide. So you're going to get people buying the game worldwide. Rugby league, whilst watched worldwide, is not like watched heavily worldwide. So there would be no point to them getting involved in the game to make it as good as it is, because they just wouldn't get the sales to justify it. So second tackle now, 15 metres away from the line, 50 seconds to go at the first half. Spider-Man says, I believe the Melbourne Storm won 4 NRL premierships, 99, 2012, 2017, 2020. Correct. That's a bit of a random comment, but you are correct. And I'm also proud of you for not including 2 other premierships in when they cheated. But the 4 of them, that's Grass McGrath getting the ball, and that's over the sideline. So the Sharks will get the ball here at the 20. Storm have been doing what they've been doing of late, man. They do make a hell of a lot of mistakes. They nearly lost the Rabbitohs last week, and that was they actually did concede more tries than they scored. But they won 25-24, and the Rabbitohs are in second last. And look, the Titans aren't going to do it today, but the Titans are on minus 138. The Rabbitohs are minus 111. If the Titans won, they'd have to win by 28-18, by literally 28 points to go above the Rabbitohs there into 16th, while they go to 17th. So it wasn't a good result there for the Storm last week, but at least they got the 2 points, and that's all that matters realistically at the end of the day. Low budget equals low graphics. Yeah, pretty much. But all right, guys, that's going to be half-time. 10-6 here at the Melbourne Storm. A lot of mistakes here. A lot of mistakes here from both these teams. Let's get into the two-team line... not two-team lineups, gee whiz. Let's get into the stats from the game so far. Hit that thumbs up button and subscribe. But this is a wild stat. Possession-wise, it's 65-35 to the Storm. 65% possession to the... No, that was at the 19th minute, sorry. Let me refresh that. So team stats, no, it's 52%. I was going to say 65% didn't make sense. So it's 52% here to the Storm and 48% at the Sharks, with the time possession being 14 minutes and 51 seconds for Melbourne, 13 minutes and 8 seconds for the Cronulla Sharks. Now the completion rate is 90% here for the Storm, at 20 from 22. That's really, really good. That's fantastic completion rate. While 78% here for the Cronulla Sharks at 18 from 23, which is pretty much around where you're looking for. Still 5 knock-on, 5 errors though, to 5 incomplete sets, but 78% isn't a bad completion rate. Now, runs-wise, 81 runs here for the Storm at 696 run meters, and the Sharks are only 6 runs behind at 75 with 530 run meters. Now they're 76 of 5 runs behind with 537 meters. So if you give 10 meters per run on average, you give them an extra 50 to equal out with the Storm if they're getting the same amount of ball, 81-81. You add 50 on a 537, so that's 47, 57, 67, 77, 87. There'll be 5 at 87, whilst the Storm at 696, which tells you the story of the game. The Storm are killing the Sharks in the meters department, killing them. By a really significant amount. Now, the post-contact meters is 210 for Melbourne and 192 here for the Sharks, so not too separating there. It's still in favour of the Storm, though. Now it's 78 runs, only 3 runs separating, but it's still be in favour of the Storm, but nothing too crazy there. Line breaks is 1-0 to Melbourne. Tackle breaks is actually 16-10 to the Sharks, so the Storm are missing a lot more tackles here than Cronulla so far. Average... No, I refuse. No, I refuse. I refuse to believe it, Cronulla. I refuse to believe it. Please update. Please update, Cronulla. I beg you to update here at halftime. I beg you to update here at halftime. Guys, I can't end the stream. I can't do it here. I can't end the stream. I can't do it. We can't do it on a Shark Storm game. I cannot do it. Average set distance. So 50 plus is perfect, incredible. 45 to 50 is fantastic. It's unreal. 40 to 45 is very good, very, very good. 35 to 40 is average, like what you would be hoping for, what you're expecting. Then you got the 30 to 35, which is just not good. You're not happy with that average set distance at all. 25 to 30, you wouldn't even spit at. It's disgusting. It's a ridiculous, absolutely horrific average set distance. Anything under 25, and we've promised for so long that if we see a team under 25 meters they've gone to 25.2. Oh my gosh, thank you, Cronulla. Oh, dude, we've promised for so long that if there is a team that finishes under 25 meters average set distance and a half, that we kill the stream and we just come back for the next one. And up until just now, the Sharks were at 23.96. They were at 23.96. Now they're at 25.92, which is still absolutely pathetic. Like, that is pathetic. But at least it's above the 25 marker, so I don't have to kill the stream. And the Storm, they're at 30.27, which is extremely low end on the underwhelming, on the not good category. They are nearly in the wooden spirit category of 25 to 30. So both teams, set distance-wise here, have been horrific. Like, really poor, especially the Sharks, but it's only 4 meters separating them from the Storm at 26.26 now. Average play the ball speed is 3.55 seconds for the Sharks, 3.34 seconds there for the Storm. So that's getting to the slower end for the Sharks, for sure. But the Storm at 3.34 is pretty speedy. That's getting to the faster end. Offloads is 3-3. The kick defusal is 50% of the Storm, 62% of the Sharks. Effective tackle percentage is 88.3% for the Storm, so right on the flatline mark of 88%, which is what you look for. Tackles made is 166 for 16 missed tackles and 6 ineffective, so 22 bad tackles across the first half. 88% is what you're looking for. It's nothing out of this world spectacular, and it's nothing really bad. So they take that. The Sharks actually performing at a very good rate here with 92.15%, which is 176 tackles made, 10 missed tackles, and 5 ineffective. So 15 bad tackles there for the Sharks, 22 bad tackles there for the Storm. Sharks have made the 10 more tackles, but the percentages of the effective tackle percentage is actually really solid there for the Sharks. Negative play is 6 errors from Cronulla, 5 errors from the Storm, so a lot of errors in this game from both these teams. Penalties conceded is 4-1 Storm way, which is not a surprise. Ruck infringements is 2-2. Inside 10 metres is 1-0 Sharks, and on reports is 1-0 to Cronulla. So ultimately, look at the stats. The Sharks aren't doing well in regards to run meters. They're now leading in 85-84 run meters, and they're down by 100 meters. They've had more runs than the Storm and are down by 100 meters. That is a lot. Post contact is very similar, but all run meters is just significantly against the Sharks there, considering they've had more runs. But overall, these stats tell you a great story that both these teams have not been good. You know, you can't have an average set distance of about 31 there for the Storm and 26 for the Sharks and expect this to be a great quality game. It is only a 4-point game, though. You know, like that's why I say I can't say the Storm are the marker at the moment. I can't say they're the team to kind of watch the most at the moment. I would say it's the Canberra Raiders because they still do make a whole bunch of errors, just like the Broncos do, just like the Roosters do. The Storm have not been disciplined this season, and Craig Bellamy, you can very clearly see, is not happy with it. Defensively, the Storm haven't been good here at all. Comparatively, like they've been fine, is what I should say. Actually, they've been fine. So, yeah, look, this game's still well and truly on, man. It just depends on who wants it more in the second half, because it's only a 4-point game, and the statistics are a little bit all over the shop. But there you go. Kushla says, are you going to the Titans versus Cowboys? Just about to leave. Yeah, no, I'm just in Whitehaven in Thailand, mate, but I'll be there soon. Don't wait for me, though. But I'll be there. Casey says, okay, so the whole salary cap thing, multiple teams got caught, blah, blah, blah. Do you think there are teams that haven't got caught? Absolutely. Absolutely there is. But nowadays, it's very easy to get around third-party payments. Raiders been going perfect for long stretches of the game, like 18 from 18 sets and shit like that. Yeah, absolutely. They don't make a whole bunch of errors, the Raiders. The teams that I look at in regards to making the most errors who are up there in the top 8, but still winning games, is the Storm. Specifically the Roosters. They make a ridiculous amount of errors. Like, they make error after error after error, but still win. And then also the Broncos. When you're setting up the next game, probably in a few moments, man. I'm going to quickly go wash my face and freshen up, mate. You know, freshen up, beautify myself, and then go grab another water, and then I'll be back, and I'll try and set it up during the second half, depending on how this game goes. No charge of Brendan Piakura. All right, guys, I'll be back in a second. Hit that thumbs up button, subscribe, get in the chat, keep talking away, and I'll be back in a moment. All right, we're back. I nearly knocked over the table while I did it. Nearly knocked over the table while I did it, but we are back. And they are just about to get going here for the second half. It is so hot today, man. It was actually really nice to just go and be in the aircon for like 2 seconds just then. Olivia Reed with the $8 donation stuff. I forgot my dono again. I'm getting slack. Dearing me, Olivia. Dearing me. Thank you very much for the $8 donation. I appreciate that. But dearing me. You know what I'm saying? Oh, gee whiz. Jay says, Blaze is hungover again using the Chucks cloth as a bandana. You know he's a big night when the Chucks bandana... Stop it, man. Sharks now get this ball out of the 15. It'll be first tackle. Too much tequila and ping pong. Didn't have any tequila last night. Did not. No, I did not. No tequila. I think he's on a runner. Might need to send a search play. Love that bed hair. What do you mean love the bed hair? This is what we doing? We're just sitting here making fun of me and just making fun of me at this point. I don't know how I'm going to survive this absolute slander. 4 tackle now at the 45 on 4. Yeah, 39 minutes to go here in the game. It is so hot out here, man. I can't go inside at the moment. 5th tackle now at the 50. And Blake Brayley, he'll go out to the left-hand side. Bro, Izzy Katoa, what a game he's having. Yeah, Katoa has been unbelievable this year, man. I was even saying it, though, at the start of the year. You know, when the Dolphins were 0-4, he was still playing really good footy. We always make fun of people when they leave. Yeah, I make fun of you when I leave as well. Yeah, 2nd tackle now at the 20. But yeah, no, Katoa has been incredible. Even when they were 0-4, he was still playing some really good footy. It's just that the Dolphins weren't playing good footy at the time. Now they are. I know last week still happened though. People forget it. Last week still happened, but it was a good bounce back. However, it was against the Rabbitohs, who are in 16th position, and if the Titans win by enough today, the Rabbitohs could go into last. Katoa played last night, in case you didn't know. Yeah, no, Isaiah Katoa did play last night. Yeah, isn't playing today. Not playing today. And Ronaldo Mulatalo will get this ball to the 25, first tackle. Yeah, damn, I really did forget to put that Titan stream up. All over the shop. 2nd tackle now for Cronulla at the 30. I'd like a little bit more quality out of this second half from both these teams. A little bit more quality would be nice. A few less errors. That'd be a great start. Very good start, that. Now, Sharks will get taken back to the 33. They actually lose a few meters there. Oh, no. It's a one-on-one strip, actually. Elias Katoa gets the ball. The 33 meters out. Sharks are the upset. Honestly, it wouldn't surprise me at this point. And I did say, if you tip the Sharks, they lose. If you tip against the Sharks, they win. The last time they won was against the Storm. 31-26. Which is also the last time the Storm lost. Actually, no, they didn't. Sorry, they beat the Dragons. No, they didn't. But it was a bit of a loss in my mind with the way they played. 3rd tackle now for the Storm, and they are 10 metres away from the line. Harry Grant out to Jerome Hughes. Jerome Hughes, short ball. And Utuikamanu is 5 metres out, 4 tackle. 4 tackle, now 2 metres away. Harry Grant, 6 again. Oh no, Sharks, you're off to a mare already. And Trent Loiero just runs this ball to the 10, first tackle. Sharks have actually been really good though on their line defence today. Harry Grant's going to go straight through, and that is going to be a penalty to... Well, if it's a penalty to Melbourne, I don't understand why they weren't allowed to continue with the play there for Harry Grant. Blake Tillman says, are you coming to the Titans game? I'm in Thailand, bro. I haven't been to a Titans game all season. I was in India for the first part of the year, and then now I'm in Thailand, and then next week or so I'll be in the old Vietnam. So no, unfortunately, will not be at the Titans game this year. So penalty to the Storm from right in front to make it 12-6. Middle says that penalty might have saved the Sharks. Honestly, it probably did. I don't understand why Harry Grant wasn't allowed to score that try just then. I don't know why he wasn't allowed to play the quick play from dummy half. All right, so Papanausen from right in front. I love how long... I understand it's a rhythm and whatnot, but I love how long it takes to kick a kick from right in front. Right in front. Oh, 1 minute old, Jay. Oh, wow. Freshie. Nice little freshie there. All right, so 35 minutes to go here of the game, and it is 12-6 to the Melbourne Storm. So still only a one-score game here. Living on a prayer. I'm surviving on a prayer at the moment. If the Sharks lose this game, honestly, where's their season going? Because if the Sharks lose this game, they will be in 10th. But, like, they're really saying sayonara to... oh, they're not, though, are they? Because it's still only 2 points for the Broncos and the Roosters. And it's like you shouldn't expect the Sharks to win this game. But, man, they lose this. And I need to see who the Sharks have coming up, actually. Storm will get this ball here to the 15. I need to see who they've got coming up. Sharks... So next week they've got the bye, Origin round, and then they play the Dolphins, the Roosters, the South Sydney Rabbitohs, the Cowboys, the Dragons, the Titans, the Knights, and the Bulldogs. Well, their last game of the season is against the Bulldogs away as well. It's not a tough run home though. It's not like Dolphins will be tough in 2 weeks' time. Actually, to be fair, they lose this game. They've got the bye, but then they play the Dolphins in 2 weeks, and then the Roosters, who they lost to by 40 odd last time they played. Their next couple of games is quite tough, quite tricky. So Will Candy, he'll get this ball to the 15. It'll be first tackle. Dolphins will probably put a cricket score on him. If they keep playing, yeah, like the Dolphins still have a performance like last week against the Knights in them, but with the way the Dolphins have been playing, the Sharks have been playing, then yeah, potentially. Like the Dolphins have scored like 220 odd points in the last 5 games. That's close enough to 50 per game. Like, close enough. And it'll be Toby Rudolph now, 4 tackle at the 35. Blake Brayley off to Jesse Calhoun, and it'll be at the 45. I would never have guessed that's how you pronounce Jesse Calhoun's last name, unless the commentary said it. I never would have guessed it. And Fa'alongo, great tackle there by Teague Wilton. And he'll be at the 15. Defensively for the Storm this season, are they? Yeah, they are crushing as per usual. Only 17 points off of the best defense in the comp. Dogs, actually, are they the best defense in the comp? The Knights. Oh no, the Knights have started giving up a few points. But the Storm at 257 points given up. The Dogs at 240. So that's only a 17-point switch there. But they've also played 1 less game than the Bulldogs. So the Bulldogs played 1 more game. And add on the 6 here from the Sharks at the moment. So it's actually a 23-point switch. But they are the only 2 teams that are in the 200s. Every other team is in the 300s. The Newcastle Knights have the 3rd best defense in the league. You know, go figure. They're in 13th position. Their attack, that just shows how bad their attack is. Because defense wins championships, but you do also need a bit of attack. Levy said, let's go to the Titans game. Yeah, I'm coming. Yeah, no, I'm coming. I'll be there soon. So Nico off to Sione Katoa, and he'll be at the 50, 3rd tackle. Sharks do have the better field position as we speak. And now at the 42 on 4th tackle. Blake Brayley to Braden Trindle. And Toby Rudolph, he is going to be 34 metres away from the line, 5th tackle. Bit of a better set there from Cronulla at the very least. No, like I do miss... oh, that's going to be... No, he's not taken out off the ball. First tackle over the Storm at 13. Like I do obviously miss going to Titans games. That's been a big part of my life for 15, 16 odd years. But, you know, you can't complain with... As you guys know, the view right now, you can't complain with that. Traveling the world and getting to watch the footy is pretty fantastic, man. But yeah, look, I do miss being there on game days and whatnot. But then again, also, if I had done the same thing this year, like if I had have gone to every single game this year like I've done for many years now, I don't know if I would have coped with it, to be honest with you. I don't know if I would have coped with it. Because, like, it's tough enough having to watch the team, but, like, go to every single game. When you've been to every game for the last few years, that ball will bounce back here to the Storm. Munster, he'll kick that one through, and that's actually going to end up being pretty good there for the Storm. So the Sharks will pick this ball up at the 5, and a good run back from Sione Katoa to the 20. I don't know if I would be able to do it. Like, 4th last 3 years in a row, like, you would have got to this point of the season. No, what game would have been the one that it would have done you? There's always one game in a season that really, you know, kicks you, really gets you. I'm trying to think of what it would be so far this year. Probably the Eels game, actually. I think last week probably would have been the one that really kicked you. Skunkle says, I'm glad I woke up crook and don't have to go to the Titans game today. Oh, man. I've been asked if I'm going to the Titans game today, Skunkle. I'll go for you instead. Not reading that. Jason, we know you secretly miss Sam. Definitely do not, mate. Definitely do not. That guy's trouble. That guy is serious trouble. So first tackle now for the Storm at their own 25. 30 minutes to go here of the game. Hit that like button and subscribe. Who you win? Who I win, Daz? Who I win? I take the Storm. But both these teams have been pretty poor. Pretty poor. Especially Cronulla. Is that a surprise to you? Blake says, is it crazy to say that the Sharks team is almost too balanced throughout the squad? Feels like they need some origin quality players to break games open. Well, having origin quality players is a good sign, but then again, you look at the Titans. They've got Tino, who's origin and international. Mawaki Fotuaika, who's origin, international. You've got Bo Firm. Jerome Hughes away here. And, jeez, that's such a good run from Jerome. Fit tackle at 25. You know, you've got Mawaki Fotuaika, origin, international. Bo Firma, origin. David Fafita, origin and international. You know, AJ Brimson has played origin. All out of the right-hand side. And Nick Meaney, that will be grabbed by Pappenhausen at the 5, and it'll be switch over. Kieran Foran, international. Jaden Campbell, representative for Indigenous. And there's going to be other players, man, that I can't think of off the top of my head. And it's just like, look at the team that they do have on paper. But Origin doesn't necessarily guarantee that. Like, Titans are in 17th with all those guys. But you're not wrong as well. So pumped for the next game. Dude, whether you're a Cowboys fan or a Titans fan, how could anyone on earth be pumped for the next game? The Cowboys have given up like 150 plus points in the last 3 games, and the Titans are in 17th after getting beaten by a Mitchell Moses and Dylan Brownless Eels. Like, I get around my team. Like, I want the Titans to win and all, but like, whether you're a Titans or a Cowboys fan, I can tell you right now, I'm not excited about the next game. Skunkle doxed again. He's been doxed, mate. He's been doxed. I can't wait to hear about his occupational history. What was it? Where did you work again? Where was it again? It was some chemist warehouse or some shit. Davo says, if Kiwis could play Origin, how many of them do you think make the cut? A lot of them. A lot of them would. But then again, if Kiwis can play Origin, yeah, like, a lot of them would. You'd be looking at guys like Britton Okora. You'd also be looking at, but then, yeah, it depends on where they play, or like whether it's Queensland or whatnot. New South Wales are pretty set at the moment, but there's Britton Okora, who would be eligible. Fisher Harris would absolutely be eligible, obviously, front row wise, and Sione Katoa will get this ball here at the 25. And Fish would definitely be getting in. Yeah, Tarpany as well. Mitch with the $10 donation. Get around your Mitchell says, right about now is when people on TikTok put out their 2026 ladder prediction. When is yours coming out? Firstly, thank you for your donation. Secondly, my 2026 ladder prediction came out last year. I put it out last year, mate. Yeah, you've missed the video. I've already gotten on to 2027, mate. They're so far behind. Come on. You know, I know we're only halfway through this season, but like this is way too late to be making a prediction for 2028, let alone 2026. Braden Trindle on fit tackle. He's going to kick this ball into the corner. The chase isn't really there. The kick was okay. That's a bold pass there from Pappenhausen, but it's fine. Now Xavier Coates gets it, and Grant Anderson will be taking out the 10. Would Tarpany and Fish would be New South Wales, though, wouldn't they? I'm just assuming based on their clubs, to be honest with you. I have absolutely no idea. So the Storm now at the 25. I'll go check it out. My apologies for slacking. Exactly right. Exactly right. You're still too focused on that Melbourne Storm 64-0 game. And you just haven't watched my prediction yet. It's really disappointing, actually. I've already given you my Dally M prediction for 2042 as well. Nelson for Queensland. Maybe off the bench. But I think that they're pretty happy. Not that they've been really killing it, but Tino is the front rower there, and they've got a few. Like, Nelson's not going to be starting wouldn't be starting for Queensland by any means. Second tackle here for the Sharks. They'll be at the 35. And it says New South Wales or Queensland. Queenlander. What time does that next game start? I still got to do the thumbnail. Still got to do up the thumbnail. All right, so Sharks now at the 42 on the Storm side of the field. Nico gets his ball to the 35. Underneath, good run there from Nikora to the 30. That's going to be such a good time next Wednesday. That's going to be really, really busy. And Sharks chase it through. I think that's going to be... Teague Wilton throws it back. This is actually play on. Oh, this is knock on. Oh, it's 6... Oh, no, Cronulla. It was 6 again. Oh, they're going to say... I think they're going to say knock on. I've watched this game for 5 minutes and they've already showed Bellamy 3 times. Commentators love him, I swear. Sundo, the reason why is because the Storm have been really poor. And so have the Sharks. So that's tapped back there from Molitalo. So the Storm are going to challenge this, despite the fact that it was past the 10 seconds. And I think this is going to be Storm Bull. And it's really unfortunate for Cronulla because it was going to be a 6 again. It was a 6 again. Nas would be too scared to go up against Matt King. That is true. That is true. I don't think Farlongo touches this. Unless maybe a fingertip touches it. No, it is just going to be from Molitalo. And then, yeah, Teague Wilton throws his ball there. I'm pretty certain this is... Yeah, it's really unfortunate here that Trindle has kicked this ball, because if he doesn't kick this ball, then it would have been Sharks would have a fresh set and they wouldn't. Storm wouldn't have been able to challenge. Yep, so Storm will get the ball here at the 5. Captain's challenge successful. Mitchell says, "Are you going to the decider?" Yeah, Mitchell. Yeah. No, definitely. I'm going to be going to the decider. But that's because I'll be deciding what I get to eat while I watch State of Origin next Wednesday. That's my decider. I'll be in Vietnam by that point. I'll be in Ho Chi Minh. Ho Chi Minh. So the Storm will be at the 15, second tackle. 24 minutes to go. Still only a 1-try game here. Still super close. 1 try at the difference. And now Elias Katoa, he'll bring this ball out here to the 25. Go walk the Ho Chi Minh Trail. I love how, see, this is the thing with Mr. Skunkle. I love how he's given me these suggestions for overseas and when he's never left the country. Oh, sorry, no, he's gone to New Zealand. So Australia East, Eastern Australia. Will Candy goes this ball here at the 20. I'll definitely do a trail in Ho Chi Minh, but it's gonna be a food trail. Sharks now at the 15 through Seneca Toa, second tackle. Wishart comes on for Liero. Talakai, bit of space. Hike Everest while you're at it. Yeah, that's definitely a good shout. Maybe hike Everest. Maybe do a parachute off the Niagara Falls. What's the biggest one? Niagara's not the biggest, is it? Isn't it like Victoria Falls or something? I'll ask Sam. He's a worldwide traveller. Nico off to Jesse Ramian. Fine, then I'll just show no interest in your trails, you man. I can actually imagine how you've said that. I can actually imagine it. Hope you get dodgy food in Vietnam. Vietnam isn't dodgy for food. Also, Thailand isn't. I'm not in India anymore, man. Davo says Kokoda Trail. I'd actually like to do the Kokoda Trail. I have heard that it's not as difficult as people make it out to be, but obviously it was difficult for the actual situation back in the day. But I have heard that now, like, it's not as difficult if you're, like, obviously well prepared for it, which these guys, it's a bit of a different story. Sandra says, "Don't fly up like Spanian. The guy was borderline about to die." Don't fly up like Spanian? What do you mean? Don't fly up like Spanian. The guy was borderline about to die. What's this for? And the Sharks will get a 7-tackle set here at the 20. They're trying to say this is actually going to be a penalty here. The referee is going to call a penalty super late. I think Ashley Klein is going off of the crowd reaction. Like, sure. Yeah, he is watching for him. So it's probably the right call, but it's just like, I don't think that Ashley Klein wanted to call it at all. That was in Nepal, wasn't it? Oh, he flew up to the top of... Well, he flew up to the top of Everest. What? Flew up to the top? I don't even think you can do that. I mean, I'm probably wrong. Someone's probably done this. I didn't think you could do that because, like, the wind is so crazy up there. It's so high up altitude-wise or something. You do need a 2-day hike to climatise. He didn't. Oh, damn, okay. So the Storm are going for the 2 points here from the left wing. So Ian and Nate J, big fans of this. Sorry, not big fans of this, actually. But as long as you don't hit the post. No, you flew up to a hotel like 4,000 metres up. I don't understand why he would have done that, though, considering that everyone, especially, you have to do plenty of research, but everyone knows that the altitude, like, you need time to adjust. Oh, they weren't supposed to let him walk around. Fire whoever let him do that. And they will miss the kick, and it's not going to go out. It's not going to go out, so the Sharks will bring it out of their in goal. So the 2 points wasn't the play there. In shorts. He was in shorts? Who is his manager? Like, who allowed him to do that? I know he's his own man and he can do whatever the fuck he wants, really. But, like, who allowed him to do that? Someone needs to let him know. Ian says, don't take the 2 when you kick like that. Exactly right. Well, I wouldn't have suggested to go for the 2 there on the basis that it was really far out to the left. So it's like, if it was right in front, I would have said take the 2 every day of the week. But out to the left there, as you saw, there's no guarantee it goes dead. And it's a difficult kick to make. And as we've seen, then the Sharks got the ball. Storm ball here, first tackle at the 20. So I wouldn't have suggested to go for the 2 in that situation. Joshua, there is 1S in Storm. 1S in Storm. Third tackle now for the Storm at the 30. He was off for a 2-hour walk. 20 minutes in, he was buggered. Yeah, that's altitude sickness, man. That's what happens, especially with a place like Mount Everest. Especially with a place like Mount Everest. So fourth tackle, now fifth at the 40 on the Storm side of the field. 19 minutes left. Hit that thumbs up button, subscribe. Rebirth Rizzler says, where is that ladder from? This is a live ladder, mate. It's a live ladder. This is a very serious channel. And penalty to the Storm. Are they going to go for the 2 again? Are they going to go for the 2 again? Rian says, Ilya just slumped Charles round 1. Deary me. My mate's still better. Deary me. Round 1. Yikes. But that is going to be a penalty there against Braden Triller. I wonder if they take the 2. What would you do here, Ian? Ian, what would you do here? Would you take the 2 from this area? Would you not? Rebirth says, Titans are top crazy work. Hey, listen, you've been watching the season alongside us? Very clearly, that's the ladder. It's really disappointing to see that the Canberra Raiders have been as good as they have been, but they're just not up to standards. They're currently sitting in 7/8. Sana says it was baffling. 3 people at fault, to be honest. One sec. First tackle now at the 20. Harry Grant, Jerome Hughes, Josh King. If the Storm score here, I think it's game. Now 10 metres away here from the line. Josh King is going to roll. And based on the context of the game and the way it's played out. All right, Storm now 5 metres away, third tackle. I love how they didn't go for the 2 on an easier kick than the last one. Des must be happy. Yeah, Des is super happy. That's a knock on there from Big Tui Kamikamita. Knock on from Tui Kamikamita. And the Storm Sharks will get the ball at 10. Oh, that's right. It was baffling. 3 people at fault, to be honest. Manager, tour guide, and himself. His blood oxygen was 83%. Apparently below 88% is hospital worthy. The tour guide said he will be fine. I'm assuming like the tour. I'm assuming the tour guide wasn't a Sherpa. Did he have like any? I know Sherpas are for the hike, which obviously he didn't do. But that's just so odd that people would allow that. Dasmate says, can confirm it is a live ladder. It wasn't last week, but it is this week. No, it definitely was last week too. I don't know what you're talking about, actually. You should just be grateful that you're in the top 8. Yeah, Tao, it's good to see you, Blaze. Hope you're doing great. Appreciate you, man. I'm surviving. I am surviving. Third tackle for Cronulla at 28. I can't believe this is just a one-score game. Tour guy got his money. Yeah. That's how it kind of is in this part of the world, man. Like, people ultimately, especially, maybe not, I can't speak for Nepal, but like in India, like as soon as he gives the money, that's why you don't give the money until once it's finished. But like with that, it's a different story. You have to beforehand. But otherwise, if you, like for example, don't ever pay for food. I'll give you this advice. In Asia in general, but like if you ever did go to India, then India, don't ever pay for your food before you get it. Second tackle now for the Storm at the 25, because otherwise the product is just simply not good. Money is worth more than human life nowadays. That is correct, Jay. That is correct, unfortunately. So third tackle now for the Storm, and they will get this ball here to the 40. Yeah, this part of the world, it really is more so about, and it's not obviously everyone, but a lot of the way people live is just, they're trying to survive and make money, so it is, like for this tour guide, honestly, there's no way he should have a job. Then Elias Katoa grabs the ball, gives it off now to Meaney, and that's game over for me. That's game over. 16-6 for the kick to come. The Storm will score, and the Sharks, they are in free-fall mode, man. They are in free-fall mode. They are in 10th position right now, and they can't drop out of the 10th position this weekend. But they are very close to going into the negative points differentials and in 10th position. They're plus 20, now is 10 points. They're plus 10. If the Storm kick this, they'll be plus 8. But good grab there from Elias Katoa. Gives it off to Nick Meaney, and Meaney will score. That's a really nice grab there from Elias Katoa. Ian said, could have made it a 2-score game. Weird they didn't take the 2. Well, it's like, I can understand them not taking the 2, but I don't understand they didn't take the 2 on the second chance when it was a much easier opportunity than the one that was on the far left. Blizzy says, scam, 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 scam. Scam, 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 scam. And it's the Sharks have serious issues. They have a lot of issues, man. And I think that ultimately, you do need to take Nico out of the 7. This game isn't just on him. The Sharks just simply haven't been good enough. And people are going to look at the score a lot. They're going to look at the score and they're going to think, oh, the Sharks were in it. It was close. It was a really cracking, defensive effort from both teams, and it was just a low scorer belter. But it just hasn't been. The Sharks haven't been good, and the Storm haven't been good either. Neither team has been great here today, and the Sharks are still going to find a way to lose it. Blitzy says 10th. What's my life? Oh yeah, Blitzy. 10th is rough. It's rougher than 17th. It is rougher than 17th and 4th last 3 years in a row. Thank you, Sharks, for making room for us in the top 8. Yeah, and that's the thing. Like, there's a difference. The Sharks make a lot of errors and they don't win games. The Roosters make a ridiculous amount of errors and they do win games. Actually, if I go to the stats, I want to have a look at the stats. Stats. I want to look for errors. It's going to be Roosters for sure. Where is it? Not defense, running. I'm looking at individual player stats. I want to see teams. Where can you find the team stats? Oh, there we go. Teams. Okay, so errors wise. I can't even find where the errors are. Oh, missed tackles. Damn, the Rabbitohs have given away a ridiculous amount. Where is the errors? Negative play. Oh, the Knights. Yeah, Knights are at 211 errors. The Roosters are at 183. The Cowboys are at 178. Panthers 174 and Eels 172. How the hell? Like, how can the Titans be this bad? They're not even in the top 5 for error counts, and yet they're last. Katoa in the back row for Melbourne is such a weapon competing for those high balls. Yeah. When he came across, oh, that's going to be a weird kick there from Jerome Hughes, but it'll be Sione Katoa now pick this ball up at 22. Ineffective tackles as well with the Knights. Damn, the Knights, all these negative plays are pretty much on the Knights. The Raiders have given away the most penalties this year at 91. That's a surprise. Considering they're in first, they've given away the most penalties. Broncos in second with 90. Yeah, I'm not surprised the Roosters is second for negative play and errors. Titans lead the comp in intercepts. Oh, also, the Dogs have 7 charge downs. The next best is the Rabbitohs and the Tigers with 3, and then the Titans and Broncos with 2. The Bulldogs have 7 charge downs this year, 4 more than the next best. And that is going to bounce off the post. Oh, you're kidding me, Cronulla. You got to be taking the piss. It bounces off the post. CSF Talakai has an opportunity to score, and it is, unfortunately, a knock-on. Jeez, that would have been... Oh, dude, you're right, but you would have been down by just 6 if Talakai... It was a difficult one for Talakai. It was difficult, but, you know, it's just the same old, man. It really is just kind of same old. So Pappenhausen, he'll bring this ball out now to the 30 in a second tackle. They give it to Sean Bloor, and Sean Bloor to the 40. I reckon Sean Bloor goes under the radar a bit on the other side. I think Sean Bloor's okay. I think that he's solid, but I don't think he's anything red hot. But then again, Elias Katoa is that red hot back row on the team. You can't really have 2 red hot back rowers in teams. I would like to... Who's a team that has 2 back rowers that have significant X factor? It probably would be the closest. It would be the Storm, because like the Rays have Hudson Young, but that's just their one X factor. Panthers have Liam Martin and who's the other back rower there? Oh, that's a good offload there. Will Candy, he gets away here. Will Candy's away at the 20, the 25, taken down. 10 minutes to go here of the game, guys. Hit that thumbs up button and subscribe. 18-6 the Storm. I just don't think the Sharks come back in this one. Sorensen. Yeah, see, there you go. So you got Sorensen and Liam Martin. Liam Martin's going to be the X Factor guy. Sharks. Oh, McInnes, that will be a 4 pass. Yeah, this game's done, lads. Kick out and Preston. Yeah, kick out and Preston probably, actually. Yeah, but that's a good shout. Yeah, I would say that that's the only one. Unless there's other ones. Like, it was Manly got Olakawatu and then, what, Corey Waddle or something? So they've got 1 there. Definitely not the Knights, but they've got like Kai Pearce-Paul as the guy. Looking at the Sharks right now in 10th position is crazy in the live ladder. Who else? Eels definitely no. Tigers definitely no. Rabbitohs no. No, I think it is only the Dogs. I think it probably is only Dogs with 2, you know, big time X Factor back rowers. 10 minutes to go here in the game. Hit that thumbs up button, subscribe. 10 minutes to go. And Josh King is 18 metres away. If the Sharks concede again, they will be on plus 2 points differential. A few weeks ago, they had a plus 70. They were at plus 70 a few weeks ago. At Jerome Hughes, Elias Katoa. Katoa gets it out to Farlongo, and that's a try for... Oh, I don't know. Maybe his left foot goes down or right foot goes down. It's going to be close. Yeah, Farlongo is saying, I don't know. So they're going to call this a try. Dylan Lucas. Oh, yeah, actually, maybe the Knights do have more two X-Factor back rowers. Maybe. I think his foot goes down here. He's got his leg up, then pulled down there. I think he's going out. I think he's... Oh, no way. No way, no way, no way, no way. Oh, he will go out just. If he had stayed in, that would have been a miraculous try. But he nearly kept it up. But it will be a no try. No try. Well, Sharks, you are a shambles. You are an absolute shambles. Yep, no try coming up. No run. No run. Later on today, I'm going to make my next plan for where I go, what I do next. It was very close. It is so warm. I can't wait to just go into the aircon for a little bit just after this. I really hope Garner stays at Penrith. Really? Why? Like, Garner's fine, but, like, why? Well, he wants to be a starting back rower, doesn't he? Is that why he's leaving? Or is it Penrith who said that he can go? Garner's fine. But it's not like you're short on back rowers. Alright, so Talakai now, he'll get this ball to the 15 on first tackle, 9.5 minutes to go here in the game. If you're a Sharks fan, I just got to shake my head at this point. Second tackle. But again, like I will emphasise that this game isn't a game that you should have expected to win down there in Melbourne. You should have been like if you played your best footy here, you would have won today. Because the Storm haven't been good. So if you play, it's going to hit the grass there. Nico Hines' pass goes to grass. You have to move, Nico. You just have to bite the bullet. You've got to bite the bullet. You going to Koh Samui? No, I'm not going to go Koh Samui. When I come back, I'll go down there. They give it up to Braden Trindle. And Trindle gets this ball here to the 35 on fifth tackle. And now the Storm grab this ball at the 15. It'll be Xavier Coates. Brings out the 20, the 25, the 30. It'll be first tackle. I think we said he can talk to other clubs. Fair enough. Now, Koh Samui would be beautiful. But with that being said, like, I'd rather just get to Vietnam at this point. Koh Samui is really nice. Yeah, I will get there. Like, not maybe this time round, but like that's the thing with Australians. We really forget how close the world is to each other outside of us. So it's like my mate is fighting again in 3 weeks' time in Bangkok. So I'm probably going to zip over from Ho Chi Minh, which is only an hour and a half flight. So just head over to Bangkok for a couple of days and watch him fight, and then probably go back to Vietnam. Storm get it. Elias Katoa gives it up to Jerome Hughes, and Sharks, you're about to be on +2. 22-6 with the kick to come. Elias Katoa has done you dirty on those high balls. Thoughts on Sharks not re-signing their fullback? Well, my thoughts are the Sharks, maybe Nico goes to fullback, or maybe you put him into 5'8", or maybe you push him into 13 and then Cameron McInnes into the front rows. Because Nico can't be the 7. He can't be the 7. Elias Katoa just too good. He's gotten 2 of the high balls, and now the 13 plus is on. Now the 13 plus is well and truly on here. Yikes. I'd say that Elias Katoa should get man of the match here. Not just for the last 2, but he's been good all game. Back to the Kiwis in Origin. Shaq Katoa would be there. Would he? Maybe if he was for Queensland, maybe. I don't know. Would he for New South Wales? Do you think? Like Liam Martin, yeah. Look, I think Liam Martin would still be there. Like who? My brain's so frazzled right now. For some reason I'm struggling with buddy remembering who's playing where. But you see Storm plays as Queensland. Okay, yeah. So Elias Katoa would then be. He'd definitely be in the back row. Yeah, Angus Crichton, Liam Martin. I don't think he's getting in over those 2 guys. Leo Thompson for New South Wales. Nah, I don't think so. I get it. Maybe, but then again, you got to remember if we're adding in these guys in, then Fisher Harris is getting that other front row spot. That's the only other one because Payne Haas is there, and then Fish would get it. So ultimately, I don't think that Leo would get it. No. 6 minutes to go here of the game. 24-6 for the Storm. The Sharks, you are 1 try away from going into negative points differential. 1 try away. 1 try away from going negative points differential. What a scam. What a big old damn well scam. Would have been cool over the years to see like Benji play Origin, but it defeats the whole purpose of Origin. That's why this is a... Well, what about Bench? Well... Yeah, maybe. Yeah, well, definitely over Utukamanu. Definitely over Utukamanu, and I'd say over... Well, maybe not Spencer Leniu. But yeah, I'd probably take out... I'd definitely take out Utukamanu for Leo Thompson if that was the case. But then as well, you're probably looking at... Oh no, Elias Katoa, we're assuming Storm plays at Queensland, so that's different. Would he play Hughes as the Queensland 7? Yes. Yes. Yeah, you would have kept Munster there. You probably would have had Dearden as a 14. All right, so fit tackle, Harry Grant to Jerome Hughes. He'll step back on the inside. Oh, no. Oh, Cronulla. Oh, they've kicked it down into the corner. Will Candy grabs it at the 20. Will Candy is a really odd one to figure out because, like, he is up there in the Dally M count. Like, before it went behind closed doors, he was second. He's not getting points now for sure. But it's like Candy is such a complex player to understand because he can have really good games, but he can also be really a passenger. Oh, knock on Sharks. Storm here. And another knock on Sharks. Storm Munster off to Xavier Coates. 0 tackle. And they're 23 metres out. There's something happening at Cronulla. There's got to be something happening behind closed doors. It's not possible. It's not possible this is the Sharks. It's not possible with their lineup that they are this bad. There has to be something happening in Cronulla that we don't know about. Like, is there infighting or what? And I don't know if there's infighting or there's coaching dramas or the players don't play for Craig Fitzgibbon. But this isn't acceptable. With this lineup, it's not. You're paying Nicho Hynes $1 million to do what in the 7? You know, Trindle is good sometimes. Kennedy is good sometimes. Your centers and your wings can't really do anything when your halves aren't playing to their best. The front rowers have been underwhelming. The forwards have been underwhelming. It's just like, and that's going to be a knock-on. That's actually a penalty. It should be a penalty. GT says Nicho needs a sports psychologist. Nicho just needs to be out of a position that is too much pressure is on him. Because there is too much pressure on him. He's not he can't handle the pressure. He just simply can't. And I like the guy as a human being, but he can't handle the pressure. Mitchell says if Terrell May doesn't get picked, why would Leo Thompson? Yeah, but Terrell May doesn't get picked as well because I think he probably would have played game 2, but they didn't select him because of his little outburst on social media. Oh, he's out there. Elias Katoa is out when he hits that ball back in, so it's actually not going to be offside. Oh, no, he actually was in. There is grass there. No, he's in. Kalon Matangi over Thompson anyway. Yeah, that's a good shout. Put him on the bench. No, you can't be putting $1 million player on the bench. I know Titans have done that, but there's a whole different situation with that, with David. You can't put Nicho on the bench. You have to put him. You have to just take the pressure off him and bring somebody else into the pressure cooker 7 role. Because not even Nicho Hynes' biggest fan would say that the 7 is fine. Challenge is unsuccessful there from the Storm. Not even his biggest fan would support him staying in the 7 right now. And it's sad because he was a very good player. Was. Oh, JG's, unfortunately, you've done yourself a mischief, mate. There is only one S. There is no 2 S's in Storm. Just the 1 S, my friend, at the start. So we will be seeing you, mate. We'll be seeing you. 3 minutes to go here of the game. And Braden Trent will be taken down at the 30. Mitch, because he plays for the Tigers. That is also a great shout. I'm thinking like any of the backs and stuff. Keanu Kinney would... I'm pretty... Keanu... Oh, no. No, it would be Sharks down at 45. Keanu would be Queensland. Don't know about that. Matty Tomoko, potentially. No, he's not going to... The centres aren't getting switched at New South Wales. But Sebastian Chris is unreal. Out of the right side of a Cronulla. And they kick the ball back onto the inside. And it's going to be Far Longer who grabs it. He's had a really good game here. And he's away at the 30, the 35, the 40, the 45, the 50. And this is going to be a try. Oh, no, he's been tripped up over Fanor Blake. Oh, no. No, he's done his hammy. Oh, he's done his hammy. With 2 minutes to go here, he's done his hammy. Oh, God bless him, man. Oh, dude. With 2 minutes to go, you hate to see it, man. You hate to see it. He's had such a good game here too, Far Longer. Imagine being a Shark supporter. Couldn't be me. Yeah, Jason, it's tough. It's tough. I know that I'm going to look at my. I know I'm going to look at my messenger and see that my mum isn't probably too happy at the moment as a Sharks fan. She would not be too happy, chappy. But that's really sad to see there for so far longer. 2 minutes and 9 seconds to go. Is Sarko? Sarko would. So we're assuming Queensland because of where he plays. So Storm second tackle out to 20. No. No, I've got players over at Sarko for sure. Alright, so Storm now. Loyero. Loyero be 15 metres away. Harry Grant. Harry Grant off to Munster. And Munster will be taken down at 20. If you concede here, Sharks, 6 again. If you concede here, you are into negative points differential. How many blown hammies this week? At least 2. There might have been 3. Nicarima yesterday. Far longer now. And there might have been one other one. Alright, so 11 metres away. Harry Grant, Trent Loyero. Big Nelson offloads it, and Storm will score. It's actually a nice try there from Trent Loyero, considering he was bubbling it around. And Cronulla, you are biggest scammers ever. You are now in the negative points differential. You are -2 for points differential. 22 points. 22 points is how much you're losing this game by currently. And when you go to the ladder, you were +20 before this game. So you are now into the dribbler squad. No. That is a try time there for Trent Loyero. To be honest, though, it blows my mind that May hasn't been picked for Game 3 or since Barney got injured. Agree, but I do think they're sending a message in regards to players talking shit on social media. How am I today? I am surviving. I am surviving. That's what I'm doing. So a minute 16 to go. Craig Bellamy's smiling. Craig Bellamy's smiling for the first time ever. You can finally relax. But with that being said, the Storm have made a bunch of mistakes today. But they will get the decent enough win as well, because the Sharks are just vulnerable, dude. Sharks just suck, Highlander says. It's hard because they've got to bye next week, and then they play the Dolphins, who are on red hot form. And the Roosters the week after that. And it's like the Roosters make more errors than your Sharks, but they at least win games. 34 seconds left. Yikes. And Nick Meaney will get the conversion. And it will be 30 to 6 here. 24 points the difference with 24 seconds left. Sad to see far longer there on the sideline. You can see that his hammy's really hurting. Damn, I really want a Powerade now that I've seen him drink that blue Powerade. Storm for and against percentage is really good. You reckon? They're 4 points away from +200. Dolphins at +162 after scoring three or four 50s in the last 5 weeks. And they're still about 44 points differential behind the Storm. All right. Sharks kick it off here. And this should be the last couple of plays here of the game. Damn, Josh King's getting into Mulatalo. You know what? Fair enough, man. Give it back to him. Give it back to him. He loves giving it. 5 seconds left here. And the Storm are going to get a big win. The Storm will get a big win over the Sharks, which cements the Sharks out of the top 8 right now in 10th position. They are in a world of pain as we currently speak. And the Storm, they push themselves same in 3rd position. They do not go up. They do not go down. They stay in the exact same position, win, lose, or draw here. So now they'll be 26 points, which is 2 points behind the Bulldogs and the Raiders. But next week, because it's very important, because that points differential for the Storm is way better than the Raiders +104 and way better than the Bulldogs +96. The Storm are at +196 now. So those two teams need to just and you got a tough game, Bulldogs, next week against the Broncos. Raiders play the Dragons. They should win that. But Bulldogs, if you lose your game next week, you probably will drop down into, because the Storm played the Cowboys, and the Storm should win that one very easily. So Bulldogs are in a very scary predicament next week if they don't get a win. But the Storm are just waiting. They're lurking. They are lurking. But alright, guys, I appreciate you. Hit that thumbs up button, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next stream. Thanks for watching. Catch you later. See ya.